Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Nerd Herders. My name is Nick.
I'm Rich.
What have you been up to?
I've been up to one thing.
What?
Slowing down. I've been up. So I caught up with The Walking Dead.
Oh, I haven't.
No?
I haven't watched anything since the first episode.
I got sick the other day, and so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this time to catch up on that. Didn't make me feel better.
Like, you watched the up and through the mid-season finale that just happened?
Yeah. Not good. I think the mid-season finale is pretty good. I think on its own, the season premiere works well. I think in the scheme of things, it doesn't. And we talked about those issues when we did our season premiere review talk, whatever the hell it was.
Now,
but I think a lot of the middle stuff, like everything else this season, has just been not interesting and not very good.
Would you recommend that I watch more?
You've watched it this long.
But how much longer will it go? Like, and you know what's interesting is we are not alone. The bubble, in some ways, while still massively popular, is beginning to burst. The mid-season finale that aired just this past weekend is the second lowest rated episode of the run.
Just
still quite high, but it used to flirt with almost near 20 million viewers, and this was at 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into spoilers for the season. Obviously, haven't caught up with it yet. But you know, after the season premiere, everyone's kind of, and I had forgotten characters were even elsewhere going on after last season. But it's very like, here's an episode, let's focus on this character, what's going on with them, where are they at? Okay, now let's cut back to this. Yeah, that's kind of next episode. What's going on with this character? Where are they at? What's going on? Okay, that closes that. All right, next episode. I'm like, none of this is interesting.
All right.
Like, certain things are getting set up.
I think that I probably will catch up. I think it's going to take me some time to catch up,
Sure.
and I doubt that I will
before
the next season.
I would say
half of the season.
Go ahead and catch up, but it doesn't need to be your number one priority.
Nor has it been.
Sure, obviously.
For weeks. All right. That's it?
Yeah, that's all I'm
right.
to.
Couple of quick things. One, I want to mention, because I didn't mention it last week, I meant to. Westworld Season 1 ended. That show is awesome.
That's when I do
want
want
to
catch
catch
up on.
One of the best first seasons of a show I can remember watching.
Wow.
Really, just endless discussion could come out of that.
I'll try to catch up on that soon, and maybe we can talk about it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Then some things that I've more recently been up to. Dana and I, just the other night, we saw Office Christmas Party.
Oh.
Which is the new movie with like Jason Bateman and T.J. Miller and Jennifer Aniston and all these people, Kate McKinnon. It's okay.
Okay, that's kind of what
I would, honestly, I wouldn't really recommend going to see it in a theater unless, you have something like Movie Pass like we do.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. It's good for this time of year. It was, it has its laughs. It goes on. It overstates its welcome, and it's not even that long.
Mm-hmm.
It's mildly
It's kind of what you would
best.
expect from that trailer.
Yeah, it's just okay.
Okay.
Right. But, some good character moments, but nothing special at all. Another thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, so this past weekend, Dana was out of town. And did something I haven't done in a really long time. I just kind of like sat down and played a video game for like 7 hours.
Nice.
Which I hadn't done in I don't even know how long. So I had gotten the Uncharted collection, the Nathan Drake collection for my birthday. So I played through 1, just in basically like 1.5 sittings. And I hadn't played that game since 2 came out.
Okay.
So it'd been quite some time. I think it gets a little bit of a bad rap, that one.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, did 2 really build upon it? Yeah, and I'm going to replay through that. But, it's kind of like looked upon as like, well, that's the worst of the 4. And maybe it is, but like, it's still, I liked it. If there's one issue that I have with the game overall, it doesn't have a compelling villain at all. Like, I just played the game and I couldn't tell you what that guy's name was.
And like, I I've only played the PS3 version, so one of my issues with it were the controls, which I know they supposedly fixed.
Oh yeah, it felt almost as good as 4.
Okay, so that's probably one of the reasons it gets the rap it does, because I remember playing it, and you got to use the 6-axis to lob grenades, and I'm like, this just isn't.
Yeah, that's not.
This isn't fun.
Yeah, no, that's not part of it at all. No, it was really fun going through it. I'm excited to go through 2 and 3.
Cool.
Maybe those will be the next 2 games I go through, just because I'm kind of in that mode. And again, even 3, it's been 6 years or so.
Yeah.
So, and I talked about that when we talked about Uncharted 4, but I'm excited to go back into that world. Other quick things to mention. One other very timely thing, very nerdy type thing that I highly recommend. I watched the first episode today during lunch of White Rabbit Project, which is the new Netflix series.
It's the guys from MythBusters,
The
right?
guys from MythBusters.
Yeah,
the
how
other
is it?
3. It was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was really it was really cool. The first, it's MythBusters. Basically, it has a different formula if it stays to what the first episode was. But basically, in the first episode, they set up that the first episode is about superpowers. So they're trying to develop real life superpowers. And so each of the 3 of them picks 2 powers to try and somehow in real world develop. And then they come up with who came up with the best one.
That's cool.
And then it shows them doing it and running the test. And there's some of it's very funny, some of it's very cool. The production value is very high.
Is a lot of their same quirkiness and shenanigans?
100%.
Okay. How long is it?
It's an hour.
Okay.
It might have been 48 minutes, which is
Okay.
weird because that's usually what a show is with commercials. And
Yeah.
there obviously is none. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of that stuff. And I was a MythBusters casual watcher. If it was on, I'd watch it. If they caught a marathon, I'd just watch it.
Yeah.
And they were honestly probably my favorite part, those 3.
Oh, really?
I know that that's kind of a controversial opinion, but I was excited that they were getting their own show now that MythBusters is done, especially. But they were not on the last season either. It's good. It's definitely worth your time. I'm excited to watch more.
I'll check it out. I totally forgot. I knew that was coming. I didn't know when it was.
Yeah, it came out yesterday, which is when you spent the whole day watching Walking Dead.
Oh.
But that's fine. That's it. I'll finish the season of South Park. It was okay. I kind of hope that they go back to doing individual episodes.
Well, I saw the title of the finale, and it was the death of
the death of serialization.
Something like that, yeah.
So I hope maybe that's a key that it will be.
Yeah. That was their experiment for their season, now they're going to go back to...
And they did it last year, too, kind of.
Kind of, but
this
not as heavily
even more in depth, and I'm ready for them to do more just breakaway episodes, because I felt like last year it was funny and it overstayed its welcome, and this year even more.
Well, and that's been the hard thing for me. I want to catch up, but instead, normal seasons of South Park, I could just watch it when it was on. Now I feel like I need to catch up. I can't watch the new episodes until I watch the old episodes.
Yeah, they really built. Every episode started right where the last one ended.
Yeah, so
it was. Okay.
I'll catch up.
It overstayed its welcome. This whole plot. That's what I've been up to.
That's what we've been up to. What have you been up to? Let us know below in the comments, and let us know what you thought about any of the stuff we talked about. What did you think of South Park, Walking Dead, Office Christmas Party, White Rabbit Project, Uncharted, whatever else you've been up to? Let us know below, or tweet at us. I'm on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
The channel's on Twitter at OABeer_official. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer, or on Instagram at over_a_beer, and of course right here on YouTube at youtube.com/overabeer. Something we were up to the week this is airing that we didn't talk about is Rogue One. What? Rogue One is out and we've seen it. Our review is up on youtube.com/overabeer, so you can check that out. And if you want to tweet your thoughts on that, tweet them to us again. Spoiler free. Keep comments spoiler free, just so you don't ruin it for anybody else. Don't be a jackass. But that will wrap things up for today. So until next time, drink up.
Butter me up.